Hey, you, I need you to hit the subscribe button below.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today.
Yeah, we said you gotta come on your brothers, man. Give me Zephaniah 2:1 real quick, man. But this is the thing, you know, like I said, Michael came sometimes and he stops, and he comes and he stops. Yeah. So, you know, I talk to brother every time when he reach out, but he just, you know, it's off and on. For sure. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is, how you been fasting and praying and asking the Most High to fix the situation so you get your Sabbath off?
Yeah, I fasting hard, you know, I'm new into it. So,
right.
You know, I try to do it as much as I can.
Okay.
The fasting and praying, I go about a day or so, but yeah, I think it's gonna get to the point where I'm just like you said, either quit, you know what I mean, the job, find a new job, or
right.
Yeah.
You gotta make a choice. God waiting you make a choice. Now you say you fast. How you fast?
No eating, no sex, you know, nothing really too pleasing, and no drinking, and praying all the time.
Okay, that sounds about right. Most of it. Yeah. You say you go a couple days?
What was that?
You say you do a day or two?
Yeah, I'm about a day to where I can go.
Okay, all right. I was about to say a day or two. I said you do it 2 days. You strong, bro.
Yeah. About a day so I get weak.
All right, read that real quick. The book of Zephaniah, chapter 2 and verse 1. Yeah, read. Gather yourselves together. Yea, gather together, O nation not desired. The thing is, when you gather yourself together, it means you're going to gather together in one mind. You'll be able to pick your brother's brains, right? Yep. See if things are out there, maybe other jobs, other opportunities to get work, you know what I'm saying? So that you can start getting your mind right to not keeping the, to start keeping the Sabbath day and not working on it, right? And sometimes we have a problem is that we say we keep the Sabbath day at home, and try to do the best we can with our families. You married? I see the wedding ring, right?
Yep.
Does your wife work on the Sabbath too?
Yep. No, she does not. She does not.
Okay, so what's her excuse?
She's never been to school. She's new to it. She's newer than I am.
Okay.
You know, I'm working on it.
Okay, I'll praise. I'm about to say, because just because you got to work don't mean she got to stay home. There's other sisters there, and you ask about the kids stuff. They got kids classes during the Sabbath.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? When they go off and get taught certain things about the Bible, the God, and then they around other kids.
Okay.
So it makes the learning environment a little bit better for them.
Right.
So they can pick it up. You know what I'm saying? They're not sitting in the environment with us. Yeah. Because we learn differently. But you got to get them there. Okay. You know what I mean? Yeah. Especially when you're talking to them, because you can say one thing to them, but then they go back to school, go back to the world, and then they forget about it until you say something again. Right. So you have to make the commitment yourself. We had brothers sometimes, I think it was a while back, we had some brothers who would just go to work and they would get off work, just come when they got off work. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So there's nothing but a phone call away to call and say, hey, y'all still there? Yes, no. You know what I mean? You still there? Just be on your way. Okay. All right. You gotta be intentional about it.
Right. I got another question.
Go ahead.
The fringes. You know a good spot I can get fringes from?
Fringes. Oh, yeah. Come to the school. Well, Amazon. You go to Amazon, Joanne Fabrics. Okay. Joanne Fabrics sell fringes. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Just go in the aisle, pick what you want, and then your wife sew them on, or you sew them on. Okay. Okay. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's what you do now?
No, Etsy.com.
Oh, okay, you buy them already friends.
What was that?
You buy them already friends stuff, you search already friends? Yeah, it is. It can be, man. So yeah, you gotta just go ahead and go to Joanne Fabrics or go to Amazon. Okay. You order them that way, get them friends up, come on. Like I said, just tell your wife, you know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong, she can't come. Okay. She can come, bring your kids, right. And then she can kick with the sisters there. Okay. You know what I'm saying? For sure. That probably gonna irk your spirit, like, man, I'm sitting up in here, I'm mad, now I'm working. You gonna be running trying to get up in there and see what's going on. Make sure you get some kind of understanding, right? Right. If you get up at 3, man, like I said, that's the thing is, even if you do get up at 3, yeah, that's about time we head back to school. Okay. So you have plenty of time to come home and change. Right. And walk around the door. I mean, it's been many days that I do that right now with stuff I got going on with the brothers now. I come straight off work, change clothes, and I'm right back at school. Right. All the time. Okay. Because your zeal has to be there, and God waiting to see your commitment. Right. You know what I'm saying? If you're going to choose him or choose him not. Right. You know what I'm saying? But just don't wait too long to do it, because you say you're going to do tabernacles by yourself. That's not how to congregate. What if you go to tabernacles, think of it like this. You go to tabernacles, how are you going to help those that are unfortunate, less fortunate among you? If they're not around, what if somebody can't afford to get the meat for a couple of days? Right. You know, what if somebody can't afford to get a tent? How you gonna help them? How would you even know who they are? Okay. Huh? Passover. Right, Passover. You celebrate Passover?
Yep.
How?
Taking out 11 out of my house, feasting for a week, no working. I I use vacation days for that too.
Right. Well, you know, it's only the first and last day.
Oh, is it?
It's a holy convocation. See, look, see, that's why you don't call, see?
You're right.
It's only the first and last day, man.
Okay.
So you good, yep, you good. Don't worry about it, man. But it's not like you're doing most of the stuff right, man. You're just leaving the congregating part out of it because what you're in the missing is the fellowship and the brotherhood.
The book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4 and verse 9.
Read.
Two are better than one, because they have a good reward for their labor.
Read.
For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow.
Now think, now one fall, he lifts up his fellow. If you're hanging around people and you don't know what mindset they're in or what spirit they're in at that time, how can they lift you up in the right spirit?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because, like I said, I know Mike, but sometimes when I talk to Mike, sometimes he's back in the church, and then he's hanging around us for a minute. You know he Israel, but then next thing you know, 3 weeks later on Sunday, he's right back in church again. And we see it on Facebook because he posts it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not saying something we don't know. That's why it says you have to make sure, I would get to the other two, I want to be around a godly man continuously. The thing is, you have to realize you've been around so that way you don't be led in the wrong spirit and taught that it's okay to be wishy-washy. You know what I'm saying? Because God is not teaching that. God said he needs you to stand up for what he asked for, period.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? There's no back and forth. So you have to be strong in your spirit to even check him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because you can be a voice to Mike. You say, listen, Mike, okay, I'm down now right now on this scripture, but I'm seeing you right now, you telling me this stuff, but then you're not doing it. What's going on? You know, what's the deal, bro? Now, the Bible says you can check them. It's not, oh, you taught me this and I shut up. Nah, bro, you taught me to keep the law, but I'm seeing you're not keeping it. What's going on? What's the real deal, bro? You know what I'm saying? Talk to him. Have a heart-to-heart. And ask him why. And then once he gives you heart-to-heart, you have to make a decision, okay, can I depend on this brother to lift me up now, or do I have to go somewhere else to get my spiritual growth lifted up, and then I can come back and help him because he's stuck somewhere.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So sometimes God uses other people to do what? Bring others in. You have to realize that. So sometimes because somebody brought you in the truth, don't mean you owe them anything. That's just God working through them to wake you up.
Okay.
Right? Read that.
But Ecclesiastes chapter 4 and verse 10.
Read.
For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone when he falleth, for he hath not another to help him up.
Right.
Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone?
Right.
And if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him. And a third fold cord is not quickly broken.
What's that talking about is a safety blanket, man. You know what I mean? We all go through things in life. We all have pitfalls, ups and downs, stuff like that. But the thing is, you two is better than one. Why? Because you be able to pick up the phone and call your brother when you hurt. Call your brother when your car break down. Call your brother, hey, I just lost my job. I need a few dollars for some food. You know what I'm saying? Look out for me so I can get my job going because I got to feed my family. You see what I'm saying? That's why I said two is better than one. When you're by yourself, who you going to call? You see what I'm saying? When you got a family of brothers throughout the whole world that can help you. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing about gathering ourselves together to make sure that the nation of Israel doesn't lack, not the other nations. You know, but that comes with all of us gathering together, keeping the commandments always. You know, even when we're down and out. Like I said, even if you had to work on the Sabbath, you can call a brother and say, you know what, I'm going to go over these scriptures with you. Got some questions, you know what I'm saying? Or can we meet up for lunch? Can we meet in the library throughout the week? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not making yourself available, then your growth is kind of being stunted because you're kind of trying to do your thing, your own thing, and not doing what God says about making sure y'all gather together. Right? Give me the other one I wanted.
Sirach 13.
Yeah.
It's the book of Sirach chapter 13 and verse 15.
Read.
Every beast loveth his like, and every man loveth his neighbor. All flesh consorteth according to kind.
So all flesh according to kind. What that's going into, a lot of times we hang around people that sometimes either make us better or appease to our sins. You know what I'm saying? Who make sure that I am justified by what I'm doing because I'm hanging around people who are doing the same thing. Even though we both might be in sin. You see what I'm saying? So every kind flocks to his own. So you have to read the Bible and figure out what the good and bad is about you and fix that. And if you're hanging around people who have the same problems and y'all not progressing together, then you're hanging around the wrong person. Because it's all about growth and getting rid of the old you and becoming a new you, right? You may continue around a godly man. Because when I say all kind flock to each other, that's why you see all these different camps out here. Some teach multiple wives, they flock to each other because that's what they want to do. Right? That's not according to the Bible, though. I'm not sharing my wife with nobody. You know what I'm saying? Mine's is mine. It's going to stay that way until the Lord come get me. All praises. Read what you got.
This is the book of Sirach, chapter 37, and verse 12.
Read.
But be continually with a godly man.
Where?
Be continually with a godly man.
How we know a godly man is?
Whom thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord.
That's what I'm saying. So if you're walking around and you see people that you know they Israel, and they're not keeping the commandments, you're not doing what the Bible says. Like you said, I know you're just getting off work, so you ain't got your fringes on. I don't know how your job is as far as fringes. Some jobs let you wear them when you're at work, some don't. My job don't allow it, right? But I still wear them up under my clothes. Some people work in factories and stuff, they don't care what you wear in a factory. You know, you can put them on, but that's up to you to have the courage enough to put them on. You know what I'm saying? So that's on you and your spirit. You got to work that out with the Lord. But at the same time, being serious on God to keep the commandments, I'm telling you because I want you to go back and talk to Mike. You know what I'm saying? Tell him, hey, bro, I just talked to your brothers, and they said keep the commandments and be continuous around a godly man. Bro, if you don't keep the commandments, what kind of conversation you about to start having then? Because evidently a spirits jump. I don't want to end up being to the point where I'm left behind when Christ do show up. And I'm trying to get my family right. You know, and I want to see you do right now. Thank you for bringing me into it, bro. Let's take this walk together and get back in this. You know what I'm saying? And then if somebody don't want to take the walk, sometimes you got to walk away. You know what I mean? That just is what it is. That's biblical. You finish that?
Yeah, that was it.
Okay, go back to, I want to go to Matthew. That's something you got to understand too. Because you have to learn how to be stingy with your salvation, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because your salvation is on you. Your wife and kids' salvation is depending on you. Because you're the head of the household. So if you still wishy-washy, where does that leave them? You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no hope, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's a weightier matter. It's a heavy thing. Because it's all on your shoulders. You know what I'm saying? What you got? You got it? What I asked you for?
No, you just say go to Matthew.
Oh, Matthew 19. No, Matthew 10. I want the one where it says, when you come to the house, knock on it and see if they're worthy. You know what I'm saying? But before you read that Matthew 10, hold that and give me 1 Corinthians 11 real quick. I want to make sure this is plain to you, because this should be, what I'm about to read to you right now, 1 Corinthians 11 and 1, or 11 and 3. What I'm about to read to you right now, this should be instinct to you by now. Like us, it's instinct to us right about now. And if our mind is somewhere else and on something else, we have our brothers to remind me all the time. Because I know sometimes I can slip up. I might have my do-rag on or something, or anything. I might have a hoodie on my head, or they might have a hoodie on their head, and I might not be thinking at the time if it's an innocent mistake. But I got my brothers around to remind me, hey, bro, do this. And I'm like, oh, okay, my bad. And I'll have a conscience about it. And you're supposed to have this on your mind every day anyway. Read that.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11, and verse 3.
Read.
But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
Read.
And the head of the woman is the man.
What's that saying?
I am the head of my wife.
Yep.
Above me is Christ. Above Christ.
Right. Read on.
And the head of Christ is God.
Read.
Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonoreth his head.
All praise to the Most High God.
All praise.
All praise.
You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is that it becomes instinct. You know what I'm saying? So that you know automatically, you think about it. Like me, if I'd have walked up, I know I'm keeping commandments, I'd have walked up. Because it's instinct to me. You know what I'm saying? But that comes with what? Continuously being around godly people. Because you'll find yourself sometimes now you checking others. Like, bro, what the hell are we talking about the Bible right now? You know what I'm saying? Or we listen to music that's pertaining to Christ. Right? My thing is to use, make sure you correct your brother, man. Talk to him, be his judge. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we're supposed to be doing, right? We're supposed to judge one another in truth, in righteousness, right? Not supposed to sit there and let him go ahead and because he's my friend, I'm not gonna say nothing. While they getting that, give me Leviticus 19 and 15 real quick. Let me show you something you can apply and you can give it to him. Because the thing is, we want to make sure we all get right. We have to have a system in place to check each other, right? And that's according to the scriptures. Read that.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 15.
Read.
He shall do no unrighteousness in judgment. Thou shalt not respect the person of the poor, nor honor the person of the mighty.
So when judging means we're applying the laws and making sure we correct our brothers who's breaking the laws, there should be no kind of swaying in that. You know what I'm saying? When it says rich or poor in the judgment, it means it shouldn't care if he's your friend, care if he got money, if he got political power, if he's a star in this world, some kind of famous person. No, judgment is judgment. If you're in sin, you're in sin. If you're breaking the law, you're breaking the law. Check it. You know what I'm saying? Drop down 17.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 19 and verse 17.
Read.
Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thine heart.
That's hatred when you don't check it. That's the whole part. That's hatred when you don't check it because you're doing what? Read.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor.
Correct them.
And not suffer sin upon him.
Don't let them stay in that sin, bro. You let them stay in that sin, that's hatred. You know what I'm saying? According to God. So you let him know that and you read it to him. He can't do nothing but accept it. You know what I'm saying? And that's why we got to walk that way. We got to make sure that he understands that. All right, he got to go, man. Yeah, he got to go. All right, bro. Hey, Carl, the phone number's on there, man. You know what I'm saying? Today, 3 o'clock. We going back. Well, the door's open at 4. Yep. So you tell your wife and kids, come on, man.
What is a nation? Nation is men leading by example. Nation is family.